Today is April 6th, 2025. Today down in Carrollton, I heard people outside. Karen's will said they have her tape saying blah, 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 blah. Who is Karen's will? From before. It's a shyster attorney Dave hired on his own name, Pete, I found out. It is him and his doctor friend running drug scams on private citizens in their private homes, setting up button cameras, stalking victims, selling kiddie porn of little children going potty. Found out that too. That he's having his Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Doctor friend break in, give them amnesia drugs, where they found high doses of Valium in my system mixed with other drugs to make me sleepwalk. On Google, Valium and about 10 or 20 other drugs in high doses will induce sleepwalking. They're fake sodium pentothal reports. He's having his doctor friend give them stuff to lace drinks, so you take a drink in the room, go dizzy and black, inject you in your sleep, tell you say something stupid. They're fake sodium pentothal reports. Running drug scams out of people in their homes. Having women beat and raped in their own home. Huh? Where they were looking for a drug dealer that was doing it to me, it's a doctor. That guy Pete, his doctor friend. It's not one of my doctors, was never one of my doctors. He works for Pete. The fake sodium pentothal reports. No doctor of mine would ever ask me criminal questions. That's absurd. It's illegal. They're there for medical. No doctor tapes you unaware either. It's illegal. It's right on Google. Now I want you to think of this. Their scenario. Their far, far out there scenario. Oh, some doctor from before taped her saying da 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 da. Knew of these horrible crimes. Didn't tell the police. He waited for Dave to want a divorce. And you fell for that? You fell for that? No doctor of mine ever asked me of crimes. I would have screamed at them, told them I was reporting them, called them a sicko and a pervert, and told them off and walked out if they would have ever asked me of vile crimes. That is not their place. They're there for medical. They are not criminal investigators, and you would fall for that? It's not even one of my doctors. I don't even know who it is. It's that shyster attorney guy named Pete up there that Dave hired on his own to set up button cameras. Button cameras. Stalking people, selling kiddie porn of little children going potty in their private homes. Having women drugged for fake confessions, they're fake sodium pentothal reports. Oh, the police know all about this. FBI too. And drugged up and told to say stuff. And then these idiot people running around. I think that woman they thought could make money out of this, I think she showed up at Dutch Valley Restaurant, was on the phone in another booth section talking about spending $12,500 on this and that Karen will pay her back, da 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 da, and then telling the guy that follows us out as she's standing at the bottom of the steps that one of their guys had already told on him that it wasn't even one of my doctors. He works for them, and then threatening them that they're going to have to take care of him for telling on him. She's part of extortion group. First and last name's fat bitch. Because then we're going to turn it around and we're going to make it what's really going on. You're going to go to jail and I will own you. I want you to know that. Because I'll tell you what, police and agencies can only be in a home under a threat of life with statements, a court order, without a conflict of interest. I have talked to a criminal attorney, the prosecutor's office, police departments. Police and agencies can only be in a home under a threat of life with statements. And if you're a real attorney and not some shyster, you would know that. You could never make money off of stalking tapes. They're not admissible. Like the Stark County Prosecutor's Office said, it's a fraud scheme. First and last name, and I will turn you into the Department of Justice's state, and I will put it on every social media, your name, that you are known for being part of an extortion group. I am fucking tired of these people running around. Oh, we can get money. They violated her. They had that doctor friend of Pete's give them amnesia drugs. They laced strings or stabbed her with date rape drugs and told her to say something stupid and lied they had sodium pentothal reports. And we can get money out of it. He even lied that he was one of her doctors from before and she don't even know who it is. Psycho. They have stalking tapes. They took a video of her washing herself in the shower and put it in the other room in their stalking tapes. They can get money out of it. She's weird with herself. No, it was a video of me washing myself in the shower. They already confessed. And the police and the FBI already got him. And that was no doctor of mine. He works for Pete. And they already confessed that. Now, I would like your first and last name, and I will own you, and I will make sure I will go to the Department of Justice. Every law enforcement thing. Dave Yost's office, the Attorney General for Ohio, I will make sure that every law enforcement knows that you are running drug scams on people. Do you know how angry it makes me? These people run around trying to rip up my family, trying to destroy them. These people even said they were trying to get my family arrested. And the police were waiting to see if any of them were part of Dave trying to kill me and these people trying to cover it up. They were trying to get my family arrested. The people I almost died to save. Because like they said, if her kids ever put their name on it, they will go to jail for it. They will go to jail for it. So do you want to tell people about Karen's will from before, has her tape? Who's Karen's will from before? Some shyster attorney Dave hired on his own and his doctor friend drugging people up for fake confessions and photoshopping, washing in a drug scam. That's who Karen's will is. Because like Officer Reinhardt Louisville said, even the FBI would go to jail for being in your home outside that protected life case with statements. And he had to have statements of threat of life from everyone in that home. He also had to have a court order and not a conflict of interest. Or they would go to jail. The Fourth Amendment in the Constitution, the right of the people, everyone in the United States that is a U.S. citizen. Okay? To be safe and secure within your own person. No one can touch you unless you want them to. So why would these people be allowed to drug me up, beat and rape me? They're not. Their places, their homes, their papers and effects against all unreasonable searches or seizures shall not be violated. Your home can't be violated. So who the fuck are you? No searches, no seizures, but upon probable cause, warranted, that means court order, with an oath or affirmation of the people, places, or things to be searched or seized. So, can an attorney do this? No. Can a doctor do this? No. It's police and agencies, it's law enforcement. And because you have a right to remain quiet and a right to an attorney, the only time that they can actually be in a home because you have a right to privacy, police and agencies can only be in a home under a threat of life with statements, with a court order, without a conflict of interest. So, do you have anything with that? I do. It's called an FBI case. Karen around the house. Karen's will is still open. Just think, and guess what? All my children defended me. To my face. Like they said, do you realize how sick this is? We all know they taped her family defending her. Every one of them. And the other one saying they made everything up for the girlfriend to get the house. Hmm? They were games of pretend. Hmm? And they're going to say that her children would actually be in it with Dave trying to kill her. The police would have to arrest them. They're trying to get my children arrested. Because the day that they put their name on it, they're going to go to jail for it. See, that's where these people are so stupid, and the ignorant people that are falling for this. Where did you get your court order? I want it. I want to see where you talk to me about a threat of life. What statements agree to protect me before I talk to the FBI, because the FBI agent asked me if I talked to any law enforcement about threats on my life. He covered that. And the answer was no. So, according to the law, the way it is wrote, where's your court order? Dave told people to hire Pete on his own. I found out Pete is a shyster attorney. Him and his doctor friend is running drug scams in Portage County on people. So where the FBI agents, March 23rd, 23, we told these people to stay out of it. We interviewed her whole family a long time ago. She's never hurt anyone. Nobody's ever seen anything. And it's just some lady thought she could make money off of it. So some lady, you were the one outside Dutch Valley Restaurant, the one that was in there going like this and saying you paid $12,500 into this. You're that some lady they were looking for, huh? Another shyster attorney up there trying to exploit people and get money out of it. I'd like your first and last name because I'm going to report you to the Department of Justice and make sure you get life in federal. Don't play with me. I almost died to save my family. Dave threatened to kill me and all my children and grandchildren. Threatened to kill them all. The FBI, I called their office. After the case started, they got his confession. He was threatening to kill people, including Dixie and that baby. I almost died to save her. Do you know how angry I am? Because I didn't tell them that Dave was threatening their life and they were having people mess with their vehicles. And I was trying to get them to get enough evidence to stop these people. Stop them. Okay? So they wouldn't die. I laid my life down. I figured if I died and they got caught trying to kill me, at least my family would live. I ran around taping as many people as I could and as much evidence as I could. So if I died, at least they'd live. And when they found out Dave was the one having those people play with their vehicles, they told me to go away. Me, the one that almost died to save him and pretended to be nice to that bastard. So he wouldn't have people play with their vehicles. We're all safer when he hit them out of the country. He should have died in federal prison. And for those 2 murders on Christmas Eve of 2018, he should be executed for that. It was premeditated. They broke into the wrong house and he got caught under police surveillance. They killed 2. I got tortured trying to help some lady that said her husband got killed that night. The neighbor next door tried to grab me when I ran from Dave the next day. I had to hide not to get killed. And when I tried to get people help, I got tortured. Literally tortured, and they sold videos of it. You want to put your name on that? I had to go on bladder spasm medicine for 2 years. They sold videos of it to people. Of 3 men raping me. And those people that are involved in this were fake FBI agents torturing people and raping them. And drugging them and beating them. You want to say you're a part of that? I want your first and last name. I never even had my neighbors in my home. On the 6th day up there, while we're at a storage unit, someone kicked our door into the wall. That's when they're supposed to put up their cyber stalking tapes. It's considered cyber stalking. Illegal monitoring is a felony invasion of privacy. So if you want to confess that you were cyber stalking me and my family, first and last name, and I'll make sure the police arrest you. Cyber stalking tapes are not admissible. Drug confessions are not admissible in stalking tapes. Photoshopping or washing yourself in the shower. Run around telling people, oh, she's weird with herself. I was never weird with myself. You took a video of me washing myself in the shower and you already confessed that. You put that in the other room to make me look weird. That's asinine and juvenile, and that just makes you a bitch move. But you guys actually laced my drinks. By the second week, I take a drink out of a Diet Coke. The room would go dizzy and black, come out of it, throwing up, almost passing out. Had to be seen by the doctor. All summer long of 2018 for giant bruises, orange, lemon, grapefruit. Throwing up, dizzy, lost 18 pounds before I called the FBI. Severely personal affected till my personal area was pushed open and out. I was being sexually abused by these people. Blaming the dirty well water I'm showering in. Throwing up and almost passing out, even in front of the neighbor by the second week. Huh? You want to say you were one of the people drug beating, raping me? I never talked to you. I never even seen anybody. I never even had my neighbors in my home. And the only two officers I talked to was August 8th of 18 at midnight. I had a light in the security system, and they were silly. They told me it looked like an alien orb or an angry spirit, and told me to buy a dog and let a dog handle it. They didn't want bothered. And it was probably one of those idiots coming over to rape me. They were human trafficking me out of that house under drugs. You want to put your name on it? I'll own you. And you need to learn to leave my family alone. I almost died to save him. And FBI, what the hell? You know that guy was outside last night, had my window open? Uh, some guy came over and told me off. That the marshals saved hundreds off of this. I know they did. They even let them torture her so they could get those people's trust, so they could save those other people. You let them torture me, FBI. You let them rape me. You let them human traffic me. You let them drug me till I lost another 70 pounds. It wasn't one of your agents. It was one of your little informants that your agent told on for calling the FBI hotline. Told people you didn't care I was being drugged, being raped. Because a minister called me a faker. And it was a medication error, medical malpractice. Almost killed me. And then you're supposed to be mean to people. He didn't care what they did to her, and he was going to turn her back over to him. Can you imagine an agent saying that? Apostolic Church of Barberton. And on a recorded line that he had met with all that church people and that family where her father murdered her kid in a vehicular homicide, where he was going on probably close to 100 round through a stop sign into a semi. He got ripped into pieces and the kid got ejected, slammed onto the pavement, and then her father murdered her kid. It's wrote up in there. Vehicular homicide. Her father murdered her kid. 6 months later, a minister calls me a faker because he thought I was following his son and his mistress. And it was my sister following her husband. Just call me a faker through all that. Where I went through 6 to 10 surgeries, my muscles locked up, went to a bunch of crackpots that almost killed me. Lying so bad they wanted to do brain surgery, saying I had tumors, gave me medication, made my whole body swell up till my legs were popping out of place, had to have them drained, I was having seizures, I was having heart attacks, my thyroid and adrenal gland shut down. And thank God for Altman family physicians for telling me that they were known for doing this, falsely diagnosing people, ripping them off, making them sick, and wanting to do unnecessary procedures, get an attorney and sue them, turn them over to the state to pull their license. It's documented fraud, medical malpractice, and medication errors. The only thing that was wrong with me was my muscles locked up. And they caused everything else. And over 9 months, slowly getting well. And I was in so much pain from those muscles locking up. My muscles would go to contract, and I would start bleeding through my skin. Blood vessels would burst. I got red freckles all over my stomach and my legs, where you could see through my skin the muscles contracting tighter till they would bleed through my skin. You want to talk about being in pain? You don't know what pain is. That's why they put me on fentanyl patches and muscle relaxers, and over 9 months I slowly got well. In the middle of me getting well, because I started in October, November of 2002, by April I'm almost well of 2003, May 3rd, 2003 was an accident I had nothing to do with. Finished getting well in July. And Strange didn't make up that shitty lie till November of 2003 when he thought I was following Tim and Katie. And then, like that guy that broke up with Michelle, that's telling everybody the doctor they used was never one of my doctors from before. He works for them. He lied. They all lied and defrauded that FBI agent. Then I found out on December 18th, 24, that who I was supposed to be mean to was that Michelle I never talked to that I didn't even know existed. Came in Walmart 62 screaming Karen didn't know who Michelle was till January, February 19. No, I made sure of it. I still didn't believe she was dating Dave. She looked way too young. And she was talking about sleeping with a bunch of other guys, that she slept with the boys, and that's what they used to call the drug cartel. She had one of their clothes on. That's why she looked like a teenage prostitute. She looks 14, 16 years old and 90 pounds, and he's 60. I don't believe a word out of that girl's mouth. And she's saying how she slept with all those guys and had one of the guys' clothes on. Yeah, I don't think so. I never talked to that girl. I just let her run around confessing her crimes in front of the cops. How she could have anybody drugged, beat, and raped. She could order the cartel. Huh? And they kissed her ass. Never even talked to her. She told people I threatened her. She lied. And the guy, December 18th, 24, Walmart 62, came in and screamed it. The guy's telling him, I made sure of it. She didn't know who she was till she showed up and announced herself. She told me she threatened her. And if she threatened her, I didn't care what they did to her. I never even spoke to her. I didn't even know she existed. Still never talked to her. That's where her boyfriend broke up with her March 27th, 25, when she confessed to him that she was part of trying to have me murdered on 12/21/18. That when they bashed my head in, I have the size of a dent of a ball-peen hammer. They said it should have killed me. That she had told him that they had tried to have me killed that day or leave me brain damaged and incompetent, and it didn't work. And she was part of it, and he broke up with her. And he's telling everybody the doctor that they are claiming that is from before is not even one of her doctors. He works for them. It's a big extortion group. They said it out in Cuyahoga Falls in 22. It's a big extortion group. Okay? Because that's what you're trying to do, is extort money out of drugs and photoshopping and stalking tapes. And by somebody lying that they're someone's doctor and the person don't even know who they are, and they're using them to drug the person up. Do you know how much trouble you're in? You're looking at life and federal. You put your name on this. First and last names. And I'll put it on every social media there is. Do you know I taped Dixie with her permission of knowing of the gunshot night? Where Dave told her there was gunfire. They went to the wrong house and I was target practice. And Melissa's kids, mean games to pretend they were laughing at. Well, the FBI and police already taped them. The FBI already confessed right after Thanksgiving of 18, those two agents that work in the Belden office. Why are they having those kids make that shit up? And they were telling them, oh, they're just trying to scare her out of the house. That's it. We interviewed her whole family. They spoke highly of her. Like they said, it's sick what these people are doing. They're trying to say they would defend her to her face in front of the police. And then be in it with Dave trying to kill her and cover it up. In May of 24, I'm in Myers, North Maine. Lady come in. I talked to the police that work her case. They said that it's ridiculous for anyone to ever insult her. She almost died to save children. They already knew their whole backup plan, if she didn't die, were stalking tapes. It's what you got, is stalking tapes. Stalking. You go to jail for that. And that weird with yourself, it was a Photoshop to washing yourself. They always knew it was Photoshopped. And with the drugs and told her to say it, they already knew they drugged her and told her to say it. They always knew. You never fooled the cops. You never fooled the FBI either. They told you they weren't interested in this. They've been all over me since 18. Who do you think's yelling at you? FBI agents are yelling at you. There's U.S. Marshals and sheriffs. Got a problem? The Stark County sheriffs in uniform at Faith Family Church will announce they work here and around the house. They help watch me for the FBI case they opened. That informant case, we all know. They opened an informant case with her and have us watch her. They are to document everything every day, including Melissa telling the kids to lie. The kids stating they lied in a legally bugged house because they wanted the house for Auntie Shaw and Papa. And they made everything up. They were games of pretend. They had John defending me that nobody could ever say anything bad about me, that Melissa just had to make it up for a divorce, and that I was supposed to be moving out. And she'd have her church people make up something too, because he told them they were going to go through a divorce and was going to be moving out. But nobody could say anything bad about you, Mom, so don't worry about it. They taped him. They taped Dave. Karen, you're good to the kids. You're good to the grandkids. You would never hurt anyone. You're good to everyone, no matter who it is. They taped Josh. He defended me and Danny and Jen, and that they did not know of the shower scene in the other room. They didn't know about button cameras. They didn't know people. They knew I had bruises all over me. They knew I was throwing up and almost passing out. But they didn't know somebody was drugging me up and telling me to say something and beating up, let alone raping me. My boys were not part of having their mother drugged, beaten, raped. And selling that, I heard that guy, Pete, even that guy that broke up with Michelle, knows he sold kitty porn and my grandkids go on potty. Announced it outside my clients. They need to get him. Oh, and lady, you want to put your name on it too? You want to go to federal prison? I'll make sure you go. Give me your first and last name and I'll put you on every social media site. Don't you ever threaten me again, and don't you ever make fun of me. I find out who you are, I will put you on every social media site, so the law enforcement eventually takes care of you for violating me in my home. And how dare you think you can extort money out of people by drugging them up and telling them to say something stupid, beating, raping them, and photoshopping, washing in your own personal stocking tapes, and have somebody lie that they're somebody's doctor and that person don't even know who they are. You'll all go to jail and I'll own every dime you have, because I will sue you for every personal injury that I had to be seen for. And I have medical proof I had injuries. And it's documented by my doctor that I had all the signs of being drugged, beaten, raped. You want to say you were doing it to me? I'll own you. Don't play with me. I am not in the mood. Dixie didn't even act like she wants to talk to me. They told me to go away years ago so it'd calm down. That I should have told them no matter what Dave was threatening their life. I told them I was trying to keep them out so they could get the people, the police, so they could get the people that were using to hurt me. They told me no matter what, I should have told them. I told them I was trying to keep them safe. Go away till it calms down. They told a person that almost died to save them to go away. Do you know how heart-wrenching this case is? And FBI, you ought to be ashamed of yourselves. I like my damn money. I need a new name and a new social. Because we all know they have my phone. They are guilty of wiretapping. They had a copy of my phone before I called FBI. That's why they were outside mocking me. They were cyber stalking me. They set up button camera stalking me. They sold me on porn sites. Do you know how many perverts have admitted to seeing me being raped? Over 60 people, including children, in front of the cops. And remember, they made fun of you June 7th, 23, how they fooled you with their Stana tapes before. How they mocked you. Made a public fool out of our federal government. You know, I just started seeing Dixie and the girls. And I'll tell you what, she won't hardly look at me. And I thought, you ought to be ashamed. You ought to be ashamed. I'll be like the cops that work my case. Her family ought to be ashamed of themselves. Karen almost died to save everyone. They ought to be ashamed. Maybe one of the cops ought to tell them off. She called the FBI, and they sacrificed her to get those drug dealers. Dave threatened to kill you all. And because she almost died, she was raped, she was tortured, she was human trafficked. Well, they got information, and it saved hundreds. Your mom's actually, you ought to be proud of her. What she lived through saved hundreds of people, and thousands of drug dealers went to jail for. You ought to be proud of your mother. Your idiot father was threatening to kill all of you under police surveillance. And these people drugged her up and told her to say all kinds of stuff and photoshopped washing and set off a hate crime. If you would have been part of it, you would have went to jail. And they sold kitty porn of your kids going potty and sold you on porn sites too. They're vile, evil people. And yeah, you need to tell them off. You need to. Officer Mark and John, you know, we all know Agent John told on me. The FBI don't give me my money. You need to press charges against FBI Agent John for not only obstructing justice, tampering with a witness, tampering with evidence, but embezzlement of government funds. Because the marshals and the FBI all used my case, and he told on me. Before he talked to me after the hotline, told everyone he knew they were harming me and didn't care. And he sacrificed a victim that called for help so they could save other people. That wasn't part of the deal. And he admitted on a recorded line he met with all the church people and didn't care I was being drugged, beaten, raped because some minister called me a faker. And some idiot girl I had never met said I was mean to her. Are you fucking kidding me? You can't even let somebody get hurt in federal prison. The guards go to jail for that. Sacrificed me. They saved hundreds of people. Like that guy said outside, found out they let them torture her to gain their trust. And they saved hundreds of people. And hundreds went to jail. I'd like a letter of thank you from them too. And you need to press charges against Agent John. If they don't pay me, we all know he don't have the authority to ask anybody to stay quiet. It's not in the court order. It's not. I talked to a criminal attorney, prosecutor's office, police. It's illegal for him to even ask me to stay quiet. Then he's already met with the church people and that family, and he told over 1,000 people. It's stupid. Then within the first month, they sold the log, and it went nationwide. I can go in other states, and they know of this case. So where you guys are acting like jackasses around here, the whole United States knows what you're doing. Because remember, we're selling the log in for $25 a pop. You're a big extortion ring. Victimizing people, first and last names. I will make sure the Department of Justice knows all about you and every law enforcement. And then I'm going to get me an attorney, and because you proclaimed you were cyber stalking me. You sold me on porn sites. You're the ones that photoshopped that shower scene in the other room. You're the ones that were drugging me up and telling me to say stuff and beating, raping me, and I have personal injuries. I will own you. I will make sure my children sue you for the kiddie porn. Do we understand? Of their children going in the bathroom and for exploiting them. You cannot exploit and harm people. It's called racketeering. Drugs, rape, threats, and trying to extort money out of someone. It's a federal crime. So is cyber stalking and setting up button cameras. It's a felony invasion of privacy. You go to jail for that. You think the police are stupid. They're not. Neither was that agent. He knew it was no doctor of mine. Like the police said, we always knew it was no doctor of Karen's. Because none of them could come talk to him because of HIPAA. Then you got to think, oh, the doctor's supposed to have her saying da-da-da-da-da, vile, sick crimes. But sat on it for years till Dave wanted a divorce. And you thought somebody would be that stupid to fall for that? Where they drugged me up and told me to say it. I never talked to anybody. No doctor of mine ever asked me of vile, evil crimes. I would have screamed at them and walked out and told them they were a sicko and a pervert, and I was reporting them. They're not criminal investigators. They're only there for medical. It's even illegal for a doctor to tape you unaware. It's illegal for anyone. Got it? As far as setting up button cameras stalking someone in their home. That's where the Stark County Prosecutor's Office said they did the biggest mistake. They did it in your home. They set up button cameras in your home. It's a right to privacy. It's a fraud scheme where you had all the signs of being drugged, beaten, raped, seen by the doctor. They didn't know what happened to you. Somebody was hurting you. And we all know you sleepwalk with those amnesia drugs. They probably did drug you up and tell you to say something stupid. You had all the signs of being drugged, being raped. Somebody was hurting you. And where they laugh at you, they photoshopped a shower scene of you washing yourself in the shower. They probably did. It's clicking and pasting. And everything's digital. Nothing's trustworthy. It's a big fraud scheme. They did the biggest mistake. They did it in your home. It's a right to privacy. Officer Reinhardt in Louisville, the Portage County Sheriffs, and a criminal attorney. It's a fraud scheme. Get it? First and last name. No doctor tapes you unaware it's illegal. No doctor of mine ever asked me criminal questions. I would have screamed at him. They're there for medical. They're not criminal investigators. Get it? I would have screamed at him, called him, who the hell do you think you are? Walked out, called him a sicko and a pervert, and tell him I'm reporting him. They're not there for criminal investigations. They're there for medical reasons. The scenario of a doctor taping me before confessing to heinous crimes, but he sat on it till Dave wanted a divorce, and you thought that FBI agent was that stupid. He would have went to jail for an accessory to those crimes. I never did anything wrong, nor did I get questioned of wrongdoing by no fucking doctor. I took a drink out of a drink, and the room went dizzy and black. I woke up with injection marks, with giant bruises all over me, throwing up, headache, muscle pain, and a severe swollen personal area till my personal area was pushed open and pushed out. I would scream when I'd pee. Had to go to the doctor. Lost 18 pounds. Never seen her talk to anyone. You want to talk about scary movie shit? You people are the scary movie people. That people, investigators hunt down, you went in and confessed it was you. I'd like your first and last name. I will make it public all over the internet to every law enforcement that they know that you're part of an extortion group hurting people, and I'm going to sue you. Do we understand? Where you run around acting like you can get money out of this, you can't get a dime. People have said they have no legal leg to stand on. No, they don't. But you're saying you're the one that was hurting me and exploiting me? I can own you. They even said that she will own them. Now, Officer Mark and John, I need you to go with my family. Tell them that Dave hired a shyster attorney named Pete, and his doctor friend was drugging up your mom and telling her to say all this crazy crap. It's already documented. They confessed. They confessed. Their crew that worked with them confessed. They drugged her and told her to say it before. They photoshopped a shower scene of her washing herself. We found out that they even sold kiddie porn of your kids going to the bathroom. Your dad hired them to do it, to violate your mother and you. When your dad threatened to kill your mom and then you guys. Your mom laid her life down to save your lives. Try to help us get information. And she ended up being raped, tortured, her skull bashed in. Drugged till she lost 70 pounds. Almost shot in the head driving. Had to hide on a shooting night. Was human trafficked and even raped and tortured by these vile, sick animals. And because of her sacrifice, hundreds of people were saved from the human traffickers these people are messed up in. Human traffickers. The Florida plates, the Texas plates, all those people used to swarm by your house. Those were the human traffickers. We got enough information. Thousands went to jail, and we saved hundreds of lives because of your mom's sacrifice. You ought to be proud of her. Why don't you actually start, instead of yelling at riffraff, yell at my kids? And say, by the way, we have you all taped defending her to her face. Mel's kids saying they made everything up. Mel telling them to lie. That they were games of pretend. They're documenting games of pretend. They're just trying to scare her out of the house. I need you. Officer Mark and John, I need you.